What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. We're going to be getting into the Bitcoin chart. Going to start out with the bigger time frames. First, we're going to take a look at our Amazon comparison to Bitcoin. Then we're going to look at our monthly. Then we're going to go into much smaller time frames. We'll go all the way down to the 1 hour time frame, and at the end, we'll see how that Lux Algo indicator is doing. So definitely stick around for the whole video. Smash that like if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel for daily updates. Not always on the weekends, but Monday through Friday at least. So anyways, let's get into it. Let's talk about what's going on. So as you guys know, these are both weekly charts. The one on the left being Amazon in the .com bubble. The one on the right being Bitcoin now. They do seem to be playing out extremely eerily the same. We've talked about this many times. You can go back into my videos, but the RSI matches up. As you can see, the MACD matches up. And as you can see, these are weekly candles, guys. We're always going to have pumps. Could we pump all the way up to that 43,000 range? It's definitely a possibility. Is it guaranteed? No. Nothing's guaranteed in any market. The downside's not guaranteed. And one thing I do want to remind you guys that Bitcoin, not a lot of people talk about it, or they say it, but they don't really try to press the issue that Bitcoin is still pure speculation. It's a speculative asset. And if the markets do crash, speculative assets are the first thing people sell, high risk assets. So just be aware of that, be careful. And remember back here in the .com bubble, there were a lot of scams in here, kind of like the altcoins. They all had to be washed out. That was what happened in this whole thing. And then the next chart, I'll show you in the big time frame where this bubble right here took place. And then what happened to Amazon afterwards. I know a lot of people are super bullish on Bitcoin, and you might want to look at that chart, and that will get you super bullish, but you have a long time to wait. So anyways, let's get into it. As of right now, looking at the EMAs here, like I said, the highest I see this going is 43. And then if it does get above that and start getting support, then we can possibly start looking at this chart being invalid. But until then, still very valid. Let's take a look at what happened to Amazon after that. But keep in mind, here it is. That little bubble that we just looked at is right there, and you can see what happened afterwards. But keep in mind, that took 10 years before it broke the all-time high. I'm not saying that Bitcoin has to take 10 years to do that, but I'm saying it is a possibility. I try to keep people in reality as much as possible on this channel without just giving everybody these hopes and dreams. And we're going to take a look at my targets from the last videos. Wednesday is when I first made these targets, but I talked about them Thursday and Friday also. We'll be looking at that, and I will show the bullish case if we do break certain levels and what levels that you need to watch for. So let's take a look at it. This is the monthly. I talked about this being possible free black crows scenario, which is very bearish, but it doesn't mean that it can't bounce up afterwards, you know, get a rebound before continuing down. A lot of people had commented on my video Friday and said, well, what happened to this being three black crows? Well, the rules of the three black crows is the second candle has to be larger than the first, which it was, and the third candle needs to be at least as big as the prior candle or bigger. So this monthly close tonight is going to be huge, guys. If it closes, you know, down below the 21 EMA, which is around 36.7, somewhere in that area, if it closes down below that, that's going to pretty much confirm the black crows, three black crows scenario. But that does not mean that it just continues straight down from there. We can still get a bounce up after the fact. So keep that in mind. That'll just be a confirmation that this could definitely be playing out. To invalidate would have to get back above the top of this candle, which is about 48,000. Now that's if it confirms a three black crows scenario first. As you guys know, my next target down here is somewhere around the range of 22,000. We'll talk about that in the daily, then go into the 4 hour and then the 1 hour. I'm going to try to make this video as quick as possible for you guys. But here is another look. A lot of people are looking at this rising channel, which could be the bullish case scenario. But we'd have to get back up above these levels. First one being about 30. It's actually about 43,000 is my first area to watch. If it can gain support on the weekly above that, that could be weeks and weeks away if it happens. Then my next target would be up around this 52 to 53 range. If it breaks above that, then yes, possibly we could go test the top of this channel again. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. Also, we talked about opening and closing weeklies below this 21 EMA, which we have done now with 1, 2, 3 candles. This one can still go up to the 43 and close below, still being bearish. My next target, when we first started talking about this, was around that 23 to 24,000 range. I'm still looking for that, and I'll show you why in the daily. In the daily, we had been watching this rising broadening wedge, talked about the break here around 51.5. Once that broke, that obviously was a confirmation of the break, and the measured move of that is about 22 to 23,000. That measured move comes up to be 23.3. We did break up out of this falling channel in the RSI. We may come up and test this trend line, which would be the pump to, possibly 43. I don't really think it'll go that high, but we'll be keeping an eye on it. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you guys are interested in trading before I get into the smaller time frames, definitely check out Prime XBT. By far the best exchange, in my opinion. They don't trade against you. You can have multiple trades in, longs and shorts, all at the same time, so you can day trade, swing trade, scalp without clumping everything all together. You can also trade Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything from one exchange. Definitely check them out. You can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. There is a tutorial here on my page. It tells you where to put the bonuses. It talks about it being a 50% bonus. That's how it was at that time. It's a $7,000 bonus now by using Savvy50. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. There are also some other free tutorials here you might want to check out, like using EMAs, RSI, finding patterns, things like that. Totally free. Just go to my YouTube page. It is right down here. Here are some helpful videos. Definitely check it out. And this is the 4-hour chart that we've been watching. In the super bullish case scenario, we would get up to 58.2, but first we would have to break that 42 to 43 level. We were looking at this as a possible falling wedge. On Wednesday's video, I put a target about 38.3, and we're right around there still right now. We're coming up to test that area again. We'll look at it in the 1 hour in a second. But the measured move from the breakdown of there is about that 22.5 range is the measured move of this falling wedge breaking out of it. But we did talk about this possibly just being a channel, and if we clone this top line, that would put the channel down to this range. Of course, this gets invalidated if we break this trend line at any time, but that would bring it back down for one more bounce. And like I said, in the best case scenario, Bitcoin gets a bounce in the lower 20 ranges, and that be the bottom. But it is possible that it play out like the Amazon chart and go much, much, much lower. Like I said, we'll be keeping an eye on it. Definitely make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Leave a comment down below on what you think. Also, if you're bullish or bearish, what you think the bottom number might be. Just take a guess, and what you think the top is going to be, or where you think we're going to be at the end of the year. But anyways, we talked about getting 4-hour open and closes above this 38.3 range, which we have not got yet. Let's zoom in here. We are pumping a little bit right now. Obviously, the stock markets are probably pumping too. Let me get this out of here. So if we end up that we have almost 3 hours left on this candle, if we do close above that 33 or 38.3 and then open and close the next candle above that, then we could be going up to at least test the 200 EMA. That's around 41,200, somewhere in that range. And then we have the 42,000. Now, if this breaks, that could be a very, very bullish case scenario. If it breaks that 42.1 range, our next point of resistance, if we look at the VPVR here, would get us around 47.4 would be the heavy resistance. Now, if that was to break, then we're looking up. If you look up here, that target is around 57 to 58,000 at the break of that 42. Let me stretch this out so you can see it. But again, guys, I still think pretty much every pump we're seeing is just another trap to add liquidity, to get retail to buy in so the big boys can dump on them. I still believe that is what's happening. But like I said, also, this monthly close is going to be huge. But let's see where this 4-hour closes. It still has 2 hours. If we look at the RSI here, all we're doing is coming back up to test the resistance at the bottom of this channel here that we broke out of. Keep an eye on that. 1 hour. So if we look at the 1 hour here, draw your trend lines in, keep a close eye on that. We are getting rejected at this, the lighter trend line right here, right now. But the top of this would be, this is in the 1 hour, guys. Let's look at this. This is going to be around 38.6, 38.7 range. If we open and close some 1 hours above that, we may get support on that area. But guys, be cautious and be careful, because we have been getting a lot of fake outs where you'll get a nice pump and then they'll dump on you, leave a huge wick. So be careful. It just keeps happening over and over in the crypto space lately. Also, let's take a measured move of this. This is the 1 hour, guys. So this obviously would take time. Take a look at the bearish target and then the bullish target. So if we are not able to break up above that and we come back down, that would get us around the $29,000 to $28,000 range. If it was to break up and confirm as a true breakout here, you could be looking as high as that 46 to 47. It goes right back to that same range where we had that huge resistance right here. So gonna be a crazy day. I think we will see probably the most action when the market closes. A lot of times if the market's pumping, when they close at 4:30, Bitcoin usually has nothing to prop it up at that point and just comes crashing down. We could also look for some divergence here. Even if we got all the way up into that 42, 43 range, we're going to make some huge bearish divergence in the 1 hour. Let's check back to the 4 hour, see what that's. Same thing in the 4 hour, you know, getting up to these 40 to 42,000 range would be, the RSI would be way up here. That would create major hidden bearish divergence. Remember, hidden divergence is a continuation of the trend. Guys, don't get too bullish. I know a lot of people are super bullish out there. I'm not saying we can't go up, but I am saying be cautious, because so many people are new and they believe these guys that always talk about, they're the same people that are really bullish right now are the same people that were telling you for sure we were going to see 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 in 2021. We didn't even get close. And now them same people are saying the same thing about 2022. Just keep that in mind, guys. I hate seeing people lose money. Let's look at the Lux Algo. So this is the Lux Algo. We talked about this. I had this on the 4 hour. Had my settings on here for the take profit and stop loss zones. It would have hit in the 4 hour our first take profit at about 37.8, where the buy-in was at about 35,900 is where the strong buy came in here. We are above the cloud right in the middle, which is pretty bullish. So the second take profit would be around 40,680, 41,000, somewhere in that range. We also have a strong resistance here on the 40,460. So Lux Algo, so far, this played out pretty good. If you guys want to check that out, the links are below in the description. I also have the Prime XBT link down there you guys can use. You get a 20% off the Lux Algo. Like I said, I have been playing with it, playing with new features on it. It is totally adjustable, whether you're swing trading, day trading, investing, whatever. It's a great indicator for that. Definitely check it out. It's best for traders. If you're just buying and holding, or you're not really into the trading thing, then it's no reason to buy an indicator. But always remember too, you can't just trade off of one indicator. You want to get a few different methods down and make sure they all overlap and they confirm. You get many more confirmations than just one if you are trading. And always remember, guys, protect your capital. Never put in more than you're willing to lose. And yeah, just don't go all in thinking you're going to get rich in a day. And if you are just starting to trade, I suggest starting with, like on Prime XBT, they have contests you can join for free. You get free fake money. You can trade that to learn the exchange, learn how, trading works. And then if you become profitable over a period of time, then maybe put in a little bit of money, start trading with that. And if you can grow that, then, then it's up to you. Maybe you want to go a little bit deeper into trading, but starting out with a bunch of money is insane. A lot of people do that. They'll put in a bunch, but if you can't grow $5, you cannot grow $10,000. Remember that. Be careful, trade safe. I love you guys, and I will try to do a monthly close, but I have some stuff that I'm supposed to do at 6:30. I'm going to try to rearrange it. If I can, I'll be doing a live video at the close. And you can see we just got an X there. Well, it disappeared. So let's see what happens, but it's looking like there it is again. Again, guys, check out the Lux Algo indicator. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to check out my wife's webpage, inkyorimage.com. A lot of cool stuff on there. She has a crypto section. She can put anything you want on any of this stuff, and it's quality stuff, guys. Take it easy. Have a great day. Trade safe, and I will see you either later or tomorrow. Take it easy.